Hello, hi Jen, how are you? It's been a while since we talked, isn't it? Soundtrack. Yeah, I saw Captain Marvel on Friday. Absolutely loved it. I compare Captain Marvel to Captain America, First Avenger, and Doctor Strange. Captain Marvel is a better movie. No, I would say I don't agree with that. I think Captain Marvel's a good standalone film, but it could have been better. But I did enjoy it, and I thought she played a really good character. I just thought the film lacked something. Do you remember when Marvel's first wave came out and we got Iron Man 2 and 4 2? It was sort of like that level for me. The hype was far too much. I real talk, Charlie, how are you, bud? You know, so it's been a bit. I don't know. I didn't want Jane. I didn't want to go back in and see it again. You know, like Infinity War. I sort of went to go back and I went in straight away to go see that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Captain Marvel is a good film. I didn't go with the politics of it. Oh yeah, no, I think as a supporting character, I think she'd be great. I could see Captain Marvel in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think she'd be great with them. You know, because they really need some major firepower to back them up, I think. You know, I'm looking forward to her duking it out with Thanos, though. Yeah, it was great seeing the Kree homeworld, and I like the Skrulls as well. They want the Skrulls they expected, but yeah, Jane, it was. I'm not going to knock the film. Everybody's giving it a bad review. Do you know what I mean? And I think the whole thing with it, like this bad bit, like saying it's SGW, I don't care about any of that. You know, the politics. I went there to see a comic character that I'd read for 40 years come alive on the big screen, and that's what we should be celebrating. You know. But definitely can't wait to see her in again. Jane, did you see the end bit? Did you see the end bit where she turned up in Avengers mansion and she said, "Where's Fury?" It was just enough to get your teeth biting. And I like the cat goose when he puked up the Tesseract. And I agree with you, Jane. I totally agree. Those toxic people are crying, but yeah, I agree. I read Bull. It shouldn't be getting bad reviews because I know I agree, mate. I just think it's been out of order, you know. I mean, I've been watching some channels. Some guys on here have boycotted it. They won't go see it because they think it's a lefty social SGW movie and it's full of communism and all this and feminism. I don't care about any of that. I went there to see a good film and I enjoyed it. It's not the best Marvel film, I can say that. But as a film, I really enjoyed it. I think she was great. I think they need a bit of retweaking, but I think they'll learn from this one. So Captain Marvel 2 will be better. I would have liked to have seen Katie Sackhoff. She was up for it first as Captain Marvel, wasn't she? Yeah, and the tribute to Stan Lee, Jane, were amazing. I just don't think it's fair that you can knock a film before anybody's seen it. Do you know what I mean? How could you knock a film before you can see it? Yeah, same as Captain America 2. I thought Captain America 2 Winter Soldier were fantastic. But Captain Marvel, it's not the best Marvel movie, but we could say that about 4 2. Iron Man 2 were all right. Iron Man 3 I wasn't really a big fan of, but I enjoyed it. You know, it wasn't Thor Ragnarok. I think if they did, Thor Ragnarok's one of the best Marvel movies put together. And that's not because it's a man of the humour in Thor Ragnarok is brilliant. You know, they had it right in that. But like I said, Captain Marvel, it's an origin film. I found the villain of Yon Rog were pretty weak. I would have liked to have seen the Kree Supreme Intelligence. It would have been good to have actually seen it, really, instead of an image taken from the mind. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to watching it online, you know. I don't think I'll be rushing back to see it though. But it was a good it was a good film. Yeah, you know, it just people gave it such a bad time before anybody saw it. And how could you judge something before you haven't seen it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've watched reviews on here, guys, where people have said, "Oh, I'm boycotting it." Me and Alma were boycotting it because it's all this. And, yeah, but you might go and see it. You might end up enjoying it. Hello, I panned Star Wars, the last Star Wars movie, Last Jedi, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible, the Last Jedi. But, you know, a lot of people panned it before it come out. But I went to see it, and I was disappointed. But I went to see Captain Marvel, and I really enjoyed it, you know. You know, it ran, I think it was 2 hours, 4 minutes. I mean, you weren't bored, and I came out. I mean, it didn't really get any nerves. I think the hype killed it for a lot of people. I think they hyped it too much, and I think that was a problem. Right, right, Jane. Jane, which Avenger? Find the signal Captain Marvel that had Nick Fury in Avengers Infinity War. Which Avenger finds it? Oh, I don't know, Jane. I don't know. It's I don't know how the Avengers found that page. Actually, they found it. I mean, considering you know how it ended up there. I mean, how did that page end up from Nick Fury disappeared end of Endgame, Infinity War, and they ended up with it? I mean, it just make you wonder, doesn't it? But Captain Marvel is a good film, you know. So can't really sort of complain about it. Really, I really enjoyed it. Real talk. IRTC, how are you, bud? Red Bull. I totally agree with you, Red Bull. You know, I totally agree with you. I just think it's a bit unfair, really. You know, panning something that's before we've even seen it. How can you make a judgment on something if you haven't seen it? Right. Let's go into this. Right. The old Marvel overhyped it. Right. They did. Would you not agree with that, Jim? I mean, they really shoved it down our throats. But yeah, again, from a business point of view, look at Wonder Woman. I mean, I love Wonder Woman. But Captain Marvel is not an established character like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's a female icon. You know, we all grew up around Wonder Woman. She's marvelous. You know, she boldens the best qualities of a human being, you know. But with Captain Marvel, I mean, if you go into the Miss Marvel comics, her character is quite an interesting character. I mean, you know, it's. I mean, how do you say it? Hang on. I mean, how do you say it? I mean, let's look at before she became Captain Marvel, she was Miss Marvel in the comics, and obviously her origin's slightly different. Do you know what I mean? But what they did was that, I mean, this was a character. She was an alcoholic. She had a drink problem. She became pregnant by an entity from Limbo, and then she ran off to Limbo with it. He messed with her mind, and I mean, she fell in love with her own baby. This is in the bloody comics. Do you know what I mean? You know, and then Rogue took her powers from the X-Men. Rogue attacked her, stripped her of a lot of her memories. Then she was kidnapped by the Badoon, who did genetic engineering on her. Then she became binary. She saw her characters being a bit lost in the Marvel comics, and then they sort of brought them all forward, and suddenly she had photon blasts, and they made her sort of really retcon the character. And she did have quite a successful comic series for 1 or 2 years, a couple of years ago. And then under, what were it? I think it was the Scarlet Witches, the House of M. where she altered reality. And she became like this major superhero in this other reality. And when everything got back to normal again, because Avengers Spider-Man and other people woke up to it, that inspired her. So I mean, characters, there's a lot going on. But how do you fit all that into a 2-hour movie? So they've got to make it, they've got to retcon it, haven't they? Look, it's an origin film. I mean, the first Thor movie wasn't that marvellous, was it? I mean, it was all right. It wasn't until Thor Ragnarok we all got this sort of amazing movie, Now, hang on, James, just catching up now. Now, the Crybabies are saying Captain Marvel. No, it's already broken box office records, Jim. I think I saw, hang on, I can look on Facebook now to confirm this, Jen. Hang on, let me have a look. Because I did post it on my page. Right. Captain Marvel has second biggest opening in Marvel history. And this is from Screen Crush. So if you want to check these out, I'm reading it now. Hang on. Right, where is it? Captain Marvel had second biggest opening in Marvel history. Captain Marvel scored an enormous opening weekend at the box office, both in the United States and worldwide. In fact, it's 153 million domestic debut. It's the best for a new Marvel franchise. Second to Black Panther, and its 455 million worldwide debut. It's the second biggest opening weekend in Marvel Cinematic Universe history ever. Only the Avengers Infinity War, basically the biggest comic book movie ever made, more on its first weekend in theatres than Captain Marvel. Now that is understandable. And that's on Screen Crush. Jen. So it's already, worldwide 455 million. I mean, that's the opening weekend. So obviously people are liking it. You know what I mean? And the third weekend also. Yeah, well, it'll keep going because I think a lot of people are going to see it. Honestly, I do. I think a lot of people are going to see it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, Jane, it's... Yes, Jane, I've been watching Geeks and Gamers. Honestly, their negativity is just beyond me. You mean Jeremy and all that? Yeah, I watch them, Jane. Yeah, I do. I mean the pants Star Wars, everybody says JWs and they're all this and that. Who gives a fuck? If you like Captain Marvel, go see it and enjoy it for what it is. It's a film. Bloody hell, we live in a time where people get offended over everything. It's a bloody film about a female superhero and it's good. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But don't panic before it comes out. No, Jane, I'm glad you did. Good on you, Jane. Good on you. But I have been watching what they've been saying. Look, the film is nothing special, is it? The film is nothing special. It's a great... It filled out my Friday. When I saw it Friday afternoon, it filled out my day nicely. Do you know what I mean? And I sort of... Yeah, it's not a bad film. I quite enjoy this. But people, what they've been, give it a chance. We'll know in the next couple of weeks, but it's opening weekend. It's cleared 155 million, right? So everybody has been knocking it, improving it. It's sad. Now, it may start going down from by the end of next week. Then, but it's already cracked its opening, so it's on its way. And don't forget, there's an hardcore fan base for them. There is a fan base for Captain Marvel's character. But I think Marvel, Jen, really, I think there were too much shoving it in your face. I do. I see why people were getting annoyed. A couple of my friends They were just every time they turned the computer with air in the face, and I think they needed to. They should just bring it in gradually. You know what I mean? But I really enjoyed it. Sure, I'm looking forward to the Shazam movie. I've got a feeling Shazam's going to be a bigger movie than Captain Marvel, though. I've got a feeling Shazam is going to be the changer for DC. I really do. Right. So, I mean, did you see that new Shazam? Hang on. Hang on a minute. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers was saying he's boycotting Captain Marvel. Go see Elisa. Yeah, no, I totally agree, Jen. You're right. Yeah, I did watch his video. Yeah, I thought, get a life, man. Get a life, and you got all better to do. I mean, how can a fully grown man sit there and say he's boycotting a movie? Do you know what I mean? I mean, how childish is that? I mean, look, if you don't want to go see the bloody thing, don't see it. But don't make a point because it's like this so-called movie that's going to like brainwash us all into feminism. You know what I mean? It's a bloody comic film with the superheroes fighting some bad guys from another planet that's tied into Avengers Infinity War, and it's an origin story. First movies, with Marvel movies, each film grows in a step, doesn't it? Look at Captain America. First Avenger, brilliant. Winter Soldier, up again, better. Then we got to Civil War. Absolutely superb. Same with Marvel movies. When you got Iron Man, Hulk was terrible. Hulk wasn't a brilliant movie, was it? So it does ask the question, can Hulk pull a box office hit off? Could Hulk do that? And then we got Thor, and then we got the Avengers, and we all went to see the build it up in steps. And don't forget, we're into a new phase now of Marvel, phase 4 or whatever. You're into this whole new phase, aren't we? So I hope there is a sequel. I do. I'm saying I hope there's Captain Marvel too. I thought Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson worked incredibly well together. Hang on, Jane. Hang on. I 11:45. Oh, Draconian Dan, how are you, bud? Sorry. So how are you, mate? It's been a while. I've had a lot on. I moved out, so I've not done any live streams. I'm going to be on every Sunday at 7 o'clock now because I've got a big chunk of my house done. Jen, Gigs and Game. I mean, honestly, but Jen, I've got to give him that. I mean, last Star Wars film was terrible, and I am dreading Star Wars 9, but I will go see it. But I'm going to sit on judgment on Star Wars 9 until I've seen it. You can't knock a film until you've seen it. I mean, I admit, right, I did pan the Ghostbusters trailer. I was one of them. I did pan it because I thought they put no effort into that trailer. Do you know what I mean? And Ghostbusters is a very touchy thing with a lot of us, isn't it? It's a personal experience. Ghostbusters is a very personal film to a lot of us. And you can't touch that film. It's one of them movies. It's like a diamond. It's perfect. So if you're going to do Ghostbusters, either get who's alive and put them in and pass the torch on, and they should have had a mixed scene for that. But the film itself wasn't that bad. I went to see it, and I was sat in the cinema, and it was quite funny. Right, hang on. Hiya, Pete. How are you, bud? All right, mate. Sorry, I'm listening to Super. Oh, cool, man. That's brilliant. 13 living it. Found it average. Wish the action was done better. I think Captain Marvel do better than the next one. Rooster. Yeah, I agree with that. 13 living it totally. I do. I found another annoying thing about Captain Marvel that it was very dark in parts, wasn't it? The cinematography lighting was a bit terrible, wasn't it? But it wasn't a bad movie. It was the first. It's an origin movie. But I think with the hype, the shoved down, all the hype, the pushed on us all, I think we all got a bit fed up of it, you know. But it's second behind, Black Panther. So, I mean, it's done 155 million since Friday. And then I think worldwide, 455. So, I mean, who's wrong or right? I mean, might not be a brilliant film, but people are queuing up to see it, aren't they? Oh, hang on. Jen, Shazam trailer looks so cool. I know. Have you seen that 4-minute opener, Jen? Where he's like trying to figure his powers out. Captain Sparkle fingers. 11:45. I'm hoping that the Ghostbusters phrase here, huge success. Yeah, now 11:45. Have you seen the trailer they put out with the car and the beginning of the music kicking in? That's all you need to do that, because we know the original cast, the writing's going to be at that level to get the right team on board. Ivan Reitman, all of them, who's alive. They did that beautifully, so we're all sort of hungry for that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? They did it right, and it hadn't shoved it in your face. Right, hang on, Pete. I'm surprised Jeremy would debate a comedy. It might just be YouTube. Yeah, I think sometimes, guys, you've got look. To be honest, I think some people out there are carrying on boycott because they want to get the views and the hits, don't they, and subscribers. So, because people are more into, if somebody were on like complimenting something all day long, you're going to switch it off, aren't you? But people are getting all like annoyed at stuff, and it's easy to put something down, isn't it? So I think there's a lot of for the big YouTubers, there's money in it for them to put it down, Oh, Pink, come on, Shazam, come on. He lost his name in the copyright war. I mean, where were the powers of Shazam then, Pete? A friend of mine, John, I'm going to give a call out, see if you're watching. Yes, I know, Captain Marvel. Yes. Yes, we're going to see Shazam, John, definitely. Have you seen the 1940s Captain Marvel, Pete? Have you seen that? I mean, you could do a whole video review on that. He's a bloodthirsty killer in that. He's just throwing people off buildings, bullets are bouncing off him, And he's a totally different Shazam to what, Jen, Pete, they are angry because all the videos are trying to convince people not to go see Captain Marvel. No, go see it, Pete. Go see it. It's not a bad film, mate. Captain Marvel's, it's not bad. It's not one of the best. I mean, of course, it's got flaws in it, but it's an opening movie, isn't it? It's not that bad. And I'm surprised Jeremy would do that. They don't like the film, but I don't think they'd go. Well, he's carrying on about boycotting it, Pete. I mean, he came out with some big explanation over there about what's in the film mentality-wise, and that you should beware of, when you go see it. Quite frankly, that's his opinion. He's not putting that on me. Last I checked, we've all got a right to go see what we want to, talk about. I don't care about the look, right. There is some, how do you call it, feminism bits in there, but I mean, it's pretty harmless. You don't look. When I watched it, I didn't think about it. Honestly, I mean, there's a great scene where this little girl's looking it up and she's being inspired, and it's a great thing to watch. The film politically, it's not damaging it's just a bloody superhero movie. Of course, they're going to shove something in there to make people, The trouble is with today, there's too much identity politics now. That's the problem. When are we going to get back to centre ground? You know, everybody. You know, I think because I don't have an answer to it, but from that's my view. You know, I just want to go. I love science fiction. I love fantasy. I love comics. I love spaceships. I love UFOs. I love sci-fi movies. I love video games. I like buying memorabilia. I like going to conventions. I like hanging out with my friends that do the same things as me, and it's great. You know, I don't care about the bloody politics. You know, they always will in certain science fiction put a political message in there. They don't. Look at Star Trek. Look at Star Trek in 60s. So bloody, I mean, I could quote off 10 episodes now. Right, but after all, you have a man. I'm surprised. Yeah, I agree with that, Pete. That's so true. That's true. Pete, you know, I respect everybody's opinion. Some people, even that geeks and gamers, don't. You know, if he believes that, that's down to him. You know, I don't agree with him. And if he hadn't seen the film, then how could he make a judgment on it? Seriously. If you haven't seen it, how can you? You know, you've seen a few clips of it and you've read a load of stuff about it. Do you know what I mean? Pete Owens, Cinema Scott is a real audience vote for the film. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think on Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, there's been a bit of controversy with them over the weekend, not there, about certain reviews being altered because the accused. I think Disney were accused of buying up reviews as well. I mean, it's all of it's just bollocks. Just go see the film. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, it's not brilliant. It's not. I'm not defending the movie. It's not bad. I quite enjoyed it, but I didn't get a rush to go back in there to go see it. You know. Do you know what I mean? But Jane, you are right. I totally agree with what you say. I do. And you're right, Pete. We've all got a right to, you know, look, to say what we want and go say stuff. I agree with you. You know, I'm not knocking anybody for that, but my sort of thing is it's like, if you haven't seen it, how can you knock it? You know, maybe that's me. I don't know. But we've done half an hour on Captain Marvel now. Pete, we're going into your favourite subject now, mate. Oh, yes. And you will be assimilated. Star Trek Discovery. Come on, guys. What's your feeling? Come on. Red Angel, Mr. Spock, the Telosians, time travel, Captain Pike, Vina, all of it. Section 31. You know. Well, it's coming to your house, Pete. I thought I'm going to send you the Blu-ray. I bloody want. I don't want that STD. Oh, come on. I know. Do you know Picard series? They're calling that Star Trek Discovery, not Star Trek Destiny. Another STD. Good God. Well, look, Discovery second season is far better than the first one. Do you know what I mean? Its second season is far so. Honestly, Pete, listen to me. Another STD. I know. God, what is it? Why? I mean, right? Like, I've got to say this, right? To pay these people millions of dollars a year, right? Millions of dollars a year, right? To think up these names, and who would think of calling it next Star Trek series Star Trek Destiny? STD. So you've got STD and STD. Oh, are they right in the head? Do you know what I mean? It's just. But I think they'll change it. They'll change it. Right. Captain Marvel. It's a shame that was Captain First one. Yes, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Jen. You'll have to prime my original series DVD at my cold dead hands before I will watch it. Pete, when you're in bed tonight, right? fast asleep, there'll be a transporter noise, and it'll be me and all the Trekkies beaming you into a spaceship, right? And we're going to put you into a holodeck simulation of Star Trek Discovery. And then tomorrow morning, you'll wake up as normal. And you'll have this insane urge to watch Star Trek Discovery on Netflix. No, actually, this series has been quite good, Pete. I was a bit half and half on first season. They sort of rammed a hell of a lot in there. Do you know what I mean? But this season, it's been moving along very nicely. I do like you, Pete, but the thing is, I'm trying to save you. You know? I've got to admit, I've been watching Deep Space Nine, actually. I've been sort of jumping, on Netflix. I've been consuming a couple of episodes. The greatest Star Trek villain is Gul Dukat of all time. I mean, I've been watching the episodes with him in it, till his downfall. An amazing villain. It truly is. His personality from being nice to being a complete monster. It's sort of interesting. We'll have to have a debate about Deep Space Nine. And the thing is, Pete, when I've been watching Deep Space Nine, that is my Star Trek. You know what I mean? That's what I grew up in the 90s. You connect to it like so quick. It's like an old friend. You know what I mean? Oh, all right. Oh, I've watched it, Pete. I've seen it. The Kalon battle. Fucking hellfire. I didn't know. Did you see that planet of Kalon with all dead bodies? When her kid went running looking for Isaac. And all along they were planning to conquer everyone, and wipe out organic life forms. And Isaac was sent there basically to just get information. You had a nerdgasm. I just blew up and regenerated non-stop. Did you see the battle scene as well, Pete? And Union Fleet and the crew turned up. It's interesting how this Seth MacFarlane's a genius, isn't he? Don't you think? I got a feeling. Do you remember when you used to watch Babylon 5 and that? It took me back to that sort of feeling. End of a season on Babylon 5. Where you were hungry for more. I think the Kalons are going to be main antagonists now for the next couple of seasons. It's looking that way. And they're we've been laughing and going into the ridiculous on Orville with all this. Do you know what I mean? The episodes and Isaac dating the Doctor, and it was what a fantastic episode that was. I had to watch it twice just to get my bloody head around it, and I thought how they're going to get down to it, and then it was so he went in holographic simulation. I mean, it's honestly sheer genius. It does. I will say this, Pete. It blows Discovery out of the water. Does Orville. It just wipes the floor with it. But the entire Kalon battle is incredible. I mean that were it. Just all the dead bodies on that one. So they massacred their own masters, didn't they? Because didn't they put neural things in them to sort of keep them down and put them in pain? So they all turned on them. I mean Orville's just got in a totally different way. He's the genius, Seth MacFarlane, totally. Genius Soviets, but he really is a multidisciplinary. Yeah, he is. He's a fantastic all-round talent. He is. I think he should take over the Star Trek franchise, to be honest. He was in Enterprise, wasn't he? In engineering section. A great man, my friend. I just wish my was. Yeah. There's certain members of my family would have truly loved Orville that's passed on now. I totally get that. I think my mother would have liked that as well. She wasn't big into science fiction, but I think she'd have picked up on sarcastic humour. So that's the humour. Oh, yeah. I think, I like Discovery and that, but I think Orville's just, Orville took the core of Star Trek and it's vibrated with frequency of what Star Trek at Next Gen was. But it's like Next Generation with sarcasm, but they still put the very intelligent stories in there, you know? The really highly intelligent stories and all that. They've done really well with this. Honestly, I've just finished 2-parter. And I was just totally blown away by it. You know, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I wasn't expecting that. And Isaac turned against his own people. You know. And Orville, Peter, my mum. Yeah, it's a couple of friends I said that, Peter. A few people I've known about the TN Next Gen crew. They're all a bit up their own ass. I've got a couple of friends that think Riker's a real wanker. Honest, they don't like Riker. I don't mind Riker. Well, that was the golden age of the Federation. There were everything. They were breaking out to new frontiers and exploring the galaxy and all that, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? But when DS9 came in, Federation had to wake up after Borg incursions and that. Federation had to sort of change, didn't it? No, but awful. Yeah, best thing on TV. Honestly, have you seen The Expanse, guys? I will recommend one series. Have you seen The Expanse? Bloody hell. I just finally got around to seeing season 3. I can't wait for season 4 now. Do you know, I said that to my friend Pete. Honestly, I've got to read what he said. I'd forgotten what it was like to be excited over a new episode of the show. It's like a fine wine to be savoured. STDs like bar lemonade. Oh, come on, Pete, come on. Can't you put it up to Coca-Cola at least? Pete, you've got to watch season 3, man. You know, because I saw season 2 and absolutely marvellous. And then I didn't see season 3 for about nearly 2 years. And then it got cancelled. Made a video. Loads of people screamed about it. Then Amazon came in and bought it up, and we've had season 3, and you want to watch, you can't turn it off. Put it this way, it's one of them. I'd watch it online. Expanse is a nice wine as well, but you can do it in a day. You start about 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, get loads of munchies, right? And just sit and consume the entire 13-episode story arc. You can, or 10 episodes, you just clear it in the night. Because there's no point watching it to 1 episode at a time. You know. I was saying, I just stopped, but I must get back. Hang on. All right, 13 of it. Speaking of Star Trek, I would say back to them, just fine too. Never followed the show, but love those movies. The cast decided not to return. Yeah, 13 Living It. Yeah, the war. It was all about money, actually. Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine wanted money. They wanted more money. And plus Star Trek 3 Beyond want that. It flopped. So I didn't like Star Trek Into Darkness. I thought that was awful. I thought it was quite an insult to the fan base with that. But number 3 wasn't that bad. It was, number 3 wasn't bad. But I did like the first movie of the Kelvin timeline. The first film's not bad. But I will say, in defense of films, I thought Carl Urban, Zachary Quinto, Chris Pine were marvellous. Kirk, Spock and McCoy. You know, I really did. I thought they worked marvellous together. I did. Pete, I was the same, Matt, and I just stopped, but I must get back. Oh, that's okay, Pete. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be on next Sunday, definitely at 7 o'clock. So, An Englishman playing an Indian as opposed to an Hispanic playing an Indian. That's very logical. So, yeah, 13 living it. Yeah, it's it would be nice to finish it off with a fourth movie, but I will say, you know, a lot of people knock the Kelvin timeline movies, but if we hadn't got them 3 movies, we wouldn't have got Star Trek Discovery. Because it was them movies. And the fan base, Star Trek 13 living it. I recommend Star Trek Continues. It's on YouTube. It's well worth taking a look. It's a fan base series. Did marvelous episodes. There's about 10 episodes. Watch it. And check out Star Trek Axanar. Oh, yeah, guys, we're getting an Axanar movie. They're doing half-an-hour episodes. A movie split up into parts, you know, because it's copyright ban. But they did a video the other day on the Axanar thing, and, you know, on Axanar, they're going to, so that's happening, Star Trek Axanar. Gone! No, what a shame, man. I'll say so. I'd more than erase him. It'd be erased not just from time, it'd be erased from totally from everything. There won't be a molecule left of him. I hated that character. I mean, what in the right? George Lucas think, let's get cute and get another wacky character in. They messed up with Pogs, didn't they? Thought we'd all be out going out to buy them. Oh, look, they're cute. Nobody bought them. You can buy them for like £2 now. You know, bloody Jar Jar Binks. God. You ever see that episode of Space with Simon Pegg and that kid buys Jar Jar Binks figure, Simon Pegg kicks off. And he ends up burning his Star Wars collection in garden. Doing Luke's scene when they're burning Vader's body. You know, Space classic thing. Honestly, it's a classic. But I don't know. It's Star Trek Discovery's got potential. I'm looking forward to the Picard series. I know that there's been a cast. He's got a weird crew. The like seems to be like rebels on his crew. You know, with his ship. They're like expert. We've got an intelligence officer. It's got a drink problem. We've got some dodgy navigator who's wanted on certain planets. I don't know. I was reading bits about the Picard series. It's like I hope they're not going to try and turn it into like Picard and Firefly. He's got a Romulan 17-year-old who's a martial artist. So I don't know what's going to be happening there with that. I would have preferred him being on the ship, actually. 13 living it. We'll check it out. I always preferred Trek over Star Wars. But yeah, I'd say for me, mate, I'm more Star Trek than Star Wars. I think Trek has a more positive message done right. Yeah, I don't. I think it's one of the greatest franchises on the planet if it's done right. But yeah, again, Star Trek is. I mean, look. Do you remember original series back in the 60s, which we all grew up and loved, and then Next Gen? Everybody panned Next Gen in next series. There were loads of them. They're all going to watch it, and then suddenly they're all watching it and screaming for more. You know, I mean, you know, first season of Next Generation is a bit dodgy. It is a bit dodgy. First season of Next Generation. Do you know what I mean? But by third season, it really become a really top-rated series. Same with Deep Space Nine. First season was a bit, you know, dodgy. Oh, God, not Star Trek Renegades. Do you remember all like for that, Pete? I watched it. It was absolutely crap, wasn't it? And we're expecting something really amazing with that. And we're like, is that it? Mike, hiya, Mike. How are you, bud? I saw Captain Marvel. Yeah, Mike. We had a big debate on here half an hour ago. I'm defending movie. It's not brilliant, Mike. You know, but it's enjoyable. You know, and I don't care about the politics and all these people and what she said. And I don't care. I wanted to say Captain Marvel, and that's what I went to see. A great, good film. Not the best Marvel film, but we could say that about Hulk, couldn't we? We could say that about Iron Man too. Bring back. Oh, Jane, yeah, definitely. Spaced. Spaced. I've got it on DVD. I'd like to have that on Blu-ray, actually, Spaced. Space, it was classic. It's I think we all resonated with Space, didn't we? You know what I mean? Because it was like we were all sort of connected to the same type of people back at that time. Best wasn't canon destroyed. No, Pete, but come on. I mean, Star Trek has got more plot holes in it than us. I mean, come on, right? Example, right? Enterprise makes the Romulans. You know, they've got sensors and all that like that. I mean, when they're having Romulan War, I think they're going to go see Romulan bodies flying across the screen. You know, there's a few points in there you can pick up. I liked how they pulled the Klingon thing off. I thought was very clever in Enterprise. You know, the Klingon thing with the the genetic thing that created Superman on Earth, and the Klingons messed with it. And that works out. That explained how you got the human Klingons in the 60s. And then Discovery came in and fucked it all up. Because apparently, where are the Klingons, the other Klingons? This my big downfall with Discovery is the Klingons. Apparently, they can't use them, copyright laws. Quote me if I'm wrong, but that's why we've not got them Klingons in it. But then there's some human ones running around that are running around in Kirkstown. Because Enterprise explained all this. I mean, Deep Space Nine did a good one with Trial and Tribulations, didn't it? Remember that? Yes, I've actually watched some episodes of that recently, Jen. I saw the final episode. All 5 seasons are on YouTube, Jen. They're all on YouTube. He gets that guy at the end, him that framed him. He gets him at the end, but he does the runner. So he goes. He just finishes where he's going to hunt him as a bounty hunter. But I still prefer it. I love Enterprise. I'm a big fan of Enterprise. I thought the 3rd season were killer for it. I think the Zindi thing went on for far too long. Yeah, no, give Renegades in Bad Lorenzo Lamas. It's not a bad series. Peter, in fact, I had the regular Klingons. Yeah, well, they did, but I don't know in Discovery, it's just not happening. Apparently, can't use them because of copyright law. There's some dispute going on. Because Paramount got sold into 2 studios, then it was CBS, and they own half the franchising, so they have to make agreements. I think Paramount owns anything to do with cinema, and they have a right on characters, and CBS owns the TV rights. But if they create anything new, it's got to time with filmed. It's all a real mess. I mean, who what dickhead decided to split that company into 2 but everything got split. That's why there's loads of problems. No, I haven't, Jen. I've not seen that. Is it on YouTube? I'll say, what's it about? Yes, and bring back Space. I totally agree. It would have been that on the box set, Space. Have you seen that little 5-minute thing on special edition box set where Daisy, he's had a kid with Daisy in the living house stuff? It's a great ending. I'd like to see just a one-off made of Space where they're all older. I wonder what the next threat will be in the next season. I don't know. Hi, Daniel. I don't know. We'll find out by the end of this. Who do you think the Red Angel is, Daniel? Who do you think the Red Angel is? Oh, God. Well, season 3, Pete. Cancellation. The whole season's just called cancellation, you know. Friday's episode were good. With them entities, them machine things destroying planets all over the galaxy. You know, it's not the Borg, is it? It better not be the Borg. If that's the Borg, I will be so annoyed. Yes, STD naughty. Yeah, it could be. Apparently, it's somebody we've seen. Daniel, the Red Angel, somebody in classic series, apparently. It can't be Picard. I was thinking, do you remember that episode of Enterprise? Where you see that 26th century Enterprise? You know? I think it might be somebody. It could be somebody from that. It could be them. Daniel, what about the interdimensional aliens from Enterprise? So, but it's 600 years in the future. So it's from the 28th century, isn't it? 600 years. So who have we seen from that timeline in Star Trek? It could be somebody. It could be anybody from any part of the franchise. Could be an entity, but it's somebody. Some people say it could be Picard. I can't see that. But it's 600 years. The entity is 600 years in the future, and Spock's timeline's tied into it. Could be Gary Seven. You know Gary Seven. Don't know, but I think the Red Angel's female. Enterprise. I was so pissed off when Grace Randolph from Beyond the Trailer was spoiling the end credits from Captain Marvel the next day of the premiere. Yes, I watched that. I shouldn't have watched that. Dan Zora is discovering out from future. She got the idea of the Red Angel from crossing the L on his back. Could be Daniel. But then who's the enemy? It's destroying planets because the Red Angel's trying to stop that. And it's intervened in certain timelines. You know, but where's the temporal agency? Surely if this is going to happen, aren't they going to intervene? Daniel. You know, the time people from the future, you know, the temporal accords and that. Surely if somebody's holding the timeline at that level, they'd intervene, wouldn't they? Well, they should do. Unless they've seen it all play out and they're just watching. Because that's their job, is to stop contamination of the timeline. West Luxie and Dilma. It's a new threat. Robots and I think it's something else. I think it's something else behind all that. I think they're being controlled by something. But if that's from the 2750s, then where's the temporal time agency? I'm going with canon. There's an agency, and we've gone as far as the 31st century in Voyager and the temporal Cold War. If this entity is undoing the entire timeline up like that, then why haven't they intervened? I'm only saying it's canon. You know? It'll be the K-Launch. You mean the Cylons? I love the K-Launch. I love Isaac. I love the whole crew of the Orville. All of them. I think the new security officer, I think she's marvellous. I really do. Is it Jessica Zazor or something? Dan Ariam is going to kick Burnham's ass in the next episode. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I think you're right there. She got took over by Brainiac, didn't she? I had to say it. Oh, come on, it's Brainiac, isn't it, Daniel? See the three dots? You know. But yeah, next week she's going to be let loose on the ship. It's going to be interesting. It was nice to see Vina again, wasn't it? You know, the Telosians, that way. We're all a bit odd, that, wasn't it? You know, and do you know, Daniel, as well? You know, when they went down to the planet, you remember the background noise on the planet? It's the same noise they used in the pilot episode. You know, that noise in the background? It's the same noise as the pilot episode. I've got to give it. One thing about Discovery, they are pulling a lot of the original stuff from the original series, which I think is really good. It's nice to see. I mean, you got to see Talos, you know, them with bald heads that do illusions and that. And, you know, we went to their planet this week and it was great seeing them. So, honestly, second season of Discovery is worth taking a look. Trust me, it is. Daniel's, may I have a link for this thing? What vid? What vid, Daniel? And Daniel, do you know how to do it? Unless we go on Google Cast, I don't know. Vina and the Philologians were great. Oh yeah, so like I loved it when I seen that. It really well. Yeah, Daniel. Your friends do the. I think what's it, Matrix Overload, that do the joint broadcast. Can you ask them how they do it and let me know? Yeah. Because I want to get a couple of people on this stream. I've got a couple of friends I want to get on as well. You know, like about 5 or 6 of us. And then we can all start sort of talking to each other, you know. Right, what time is it? Right, 5 minutes left, guys. Yeah, I've got to get ready for tomorrow, Sunday night. They've got to go, Pete. They've got to. You're not having it, are you, Pete? You're just not having it. Well, we're coming for you, Pete. You will be assimilated. They've got to go back to the originals because their bag of tricks is whittling away. Well, you do have a bit of a point there because we've had to sit through 30 years of bloody remakes. You know. See the link. All right, well, I'll do that for next Sunday, Daniel. And what I'll do is Google Cast me midweek, and then we'll try and we could go for a run. You see, problem is sometimes, Daniel, when you message me, I'm in bed, you know, because you're in Canada, aren't you? I think you're like 8 hours in front of us, I don't know. Oh, that Jade. Oh, I've got rid of it. Honestly, guys, do not buy the Red Dwarf on Blu-ray. It's a complete rip-off. Honestly, guys, it's a con. You know, I was so annoyed with that. And then I saw reviews. You know what they've done, right? Before they go, right? They got the... you get the Blu-ray episodes and then the extras DVD, and they've done that with each disc. And then the Blu-ray transfer is nasty, right? Because in season 3 and 5, you can see blue screen in background through ship's windows. So I didn't even bothered. So I got rid of it. I got money back. I took it straight back. I'll stick with DVDs. Prefer remastered. I did get Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy on Blu-ray though. I love that. Brilliant. Oh, cheers, Daniel. Daniel, yeah, it's we will work this out this week sometime. Oh, cheers, bud. It's retarded hoodie. It sucks, Jane. Quality salt. I agree, guys. Dan, I heard something interesting. I heard that they said this will not be your Danny Picard music. Yeah, apparently Romulus is destruction of the Romulan Empire has affected him. Because don't forget, he's involved trying to destroy that supernova. But that Orville supernova, it was Sailor. She was behind all that. Because they were all vying for power after Shinzon disaster. Romulus, they were all like factions trying to take over. And she put some device in sun over supernova. took it far out of control, became a threat. You know, apparently she went to Icosians. I'd like to see them make an appearance. The Icosians, that'd be cool. Jane Turner, did you? Well, I'd like to see Blake 7 on Blu-ray. I think the modern series of Red Dwarf, which I think is totally, absolutely crap. That I've got them on Blu-ray. And there's 1 or 2 episodes that semi-alright, isn't there? But it's time to finish that off now. Find Earth, get there, something stupid happen, finish it. So, you know, I'm not laughing as much as I used to do with Red Dwarf now. Oh, God, 32, is that all you are? God, I'm 50. God, I was 32 once. I was 32, the golden age of Deep Space Nine and Voyager. And used to go to the Star Trek bar, Pages bar, every Saturday night for the Trekkies. Oh, I'm old. Right, guys, I am going to pop out at 8 o'clock. I will be on next Sunday at 7 o'clock because my house is sort of getting done now, and I'm getting there, and yeah, getting there, yeah, I suppose, yeah. But I will speak to you, see you all on Sunday. There will be Star Trek Discovery review on Friday. There will be that, and I don't know if I might try and do something for a week. But yeah, definitely next Sunday. So I will see you all then. Oh, Jane, hang on. Dark Justice TV series from 1992. All right, I'll check that out, Jane. Have you seen Black? Before I go, have you seen Black Scorpion, Jane, from 90s? I do. That's it. First season, Black Scorpion. It's about this female Batman. It was made in 90s. It's really cheesy, but it's brilliant. I do recommend it. Black Scorpion. Give it a check out, guys. You're going to love this. It's like 60s Batman made in 90s. Yeah, I'd like to see a Cisco Turner. I'd like to see a Cisco Turner. I'd like to know what happened to him because the books aren't canon, are they? Right then, guys. One must go. Right, I'll see you all next Sunday. Thanks for joining. Do you know, it's been a long time since I've done this, and you know, bloody well enjoyed it. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday at 7 o'clock. All the best, guys. Live long and prosper. And Pete, I expect you to watch Star Trek Discovery. You know, give it a go. All right, guys. Live long and prosper.